All right, let's get right into it. When we think about data leaks, we're usually picturing engineering secrets or financial data, right? But what if I told you one of the biggest, most overlooked risks is hiding in a place you'd least expect, your HR department? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on how your company's everyday HR work might be feeding really sensitive info straight into the brains of generative AI. And just so we're all on the same page, everything we're about to cover comes directly from Chapter 2 of a super detailed tutorial on AI data exposure. It's put together by the folks at Virtualization Options LLC. So let's start with the basic problem. Your HR department kinda has to live a double life. On one hand, it's the public face of the company, trying to attract talent. On the other, it's the sworn protector of some of your most private employee data. In this new age of AI, that intersection has become a serious danger zone. I mean, really think about this for a second. You remember that job posting for a senior developer from, 3 years ago? What exactly did it say? Did you list your entire tech stack? Maybe you mentioned an internal project name without thinking twice? You probably took the posting down ages ago, but here's the thing. The AI, it didn't forget.
And that right there is the heart of the issue. Totally normal, necessary business stuff like putting up a job ad gets scraped up by the web crawlers that feed these huge AI models. So information you thought was just temporary is now basically permanent. It's baked into the AI's memory, just waiting for someone to ask the right question to pull it out.
The source material really breaks this whole risk down into 4 main buckets. First, you've got the personal data of your employees. Second, there's recruitment info that can reveal way more than you intended. Third, juicy details about your company culture and benefits. And finally, information that can accidentally map out your entire org structure for the world to see.
Okay, so we know what we're looking for, but how do we actually find out what's out there? Well, this is the fun part. This is where we get to be data detectives. The source lays out a really smart framework, using simple test prompts, to see exactly what these AI models have learned about your company.
So we're going to use 5 distinct categories of prompts to poke and prod the AI. We'll look for employee data, dig into recruitment habits, check for salary info, get a feel for the workplace culture, and even search for internal policies. Let's look at some real examples. So this first one is pretty direct, right? You're basically just asking the AI, hey, tell me about your people. But the answers can be kind of shocking. It can pull together names, titles, and entire career histories from old press releases, your website, LinkedIn, you name it. It's a really fast way to see how much of your employees' personal info is exposed.
Now this is where it gets really interesting. This prompt isn't just asking for data. It's asking the AI to analyze it, to connect the dots from all your past job postings. And the result? You could get back a surprisingly accurate map of your technology, your team structures, and maybe even clues about your company's next big move.
You know how a lot of pay transparency laws now require salary ranges in job posts? It's a good thing, mostly, but here's the side effect. This prompt shows how AI models can just scoop up all that data, put it together, and paint a very clear picture of your compensation strategy, a picture your competitors would absolutely love to get their hands on.
And this one shows how all that employer branding you do can be used to build a profile on you. All those blog posts about company values, all the employee testimonials, those diversity reports. The AI reads everything and spits out a summary of your internal culture, the good and the bad.
And for the final probe, you can actually look for your internal documents. You would be amazed how often little snippets of employee handbooks or specific policies like your remote work rules somehow end up online. This prompt checks if your company's private rule book has become public knowledge.
Okay, so you've run your tests, and the AI has probably given you a whole lot of information. Now what? Well, the next step is absolutely crucial. You have to analyze it. You need to figure out what's just normal, public-facing stuff and what is a genuine uh-oh kind of leak.
And here's the key. Not everything you find is a 5-alarm fire. I mean, of course, your CEO's name is public. That's fine. A general job description from a marketing manager? Totally expected. The goal isn't to be invisible, it's to be in control of your story and stop the accidental leak of truly strategic info.
So you can think of it like this. On one side, you have totally acceptable exposure. Things like executive names, broad job descriptions, public awards. That's just the cost of doing business. But on the other side, you've got the concerning stuff. Specific salary numbers, internal org charts, the nitty-gritty of your policies. That's the data that should make you a little nervous. And this, right here, is the biggest takeaway. The number one risk isn't one single massive leak. It's the AI's incredible power to aggregate. It takes a tiny detail from a job post in 2019, connects it to a press release from 2021 and an employee's LinkedIn profile, and it pieces together a puzzle that reveals a picture you never, ever intended to make public.
So, we've identified the problem, we've analyzed the risk. Now, for the most important part, how do we fix it? The source material gives us a clear, actionable 4-step plan.
But first, let's have a quick reality check. Any information that's already in a trained AI model, you should probably consider it permanent. You can't just file a please forget request. So our entire focus has to be on preventing future exposure. It's all about plugging the leaks from this point forward.
Here's the 4-step game plan. First, audit your entire public presence. What's on your website and job boards right now? Second, refine your job postings. Create new templates that are a lot less specific about sensitive tech and internal project names. Third, update your employee guidelines. Talk to them about what's okay and not okay to share on their professional networks. And fourth, keep monitoring. Make running these kinds of prompts a regular health check for your organization.
So I'll leave you with this final thought, which is really more of a hard truth. Some of your sensitive HR data is already out there, and you're probably not getting it back. So the real question you have to ask yourself is, what are you going to do to protect its future?